So guys, now start the next exercise, which is an application of derivative, exercise number 2.3. And this exercise, which is totally dependent on Rolle's theorem and Lagrange's mean value theorem. So the question number first, which is check validity of Rolle's theorem for the following function. In this question, there are total 6 sub questions. There are first, which is fx is equals to x square minus 4x plus 3, and in this question we have to find, or we have to check the validity of Rolle's theorem. Means here we have to check only the given function satisfied all the conditions of Rolle's theorem or not. If we have the conditions of Rolle's theorem, then we can check its condition of Rolle's theorem are satisfied or not. In the Rolle's theorem, we can say that given the function and the function which is f of x is equals to x square minus 4x plus 3 be a polynomial function, given function be a polynomial function, and it is continuous on closed interval. So here a comma b, here closed interval is given, x belongs to 1 comma 3, hence we can write continuous on 1 comma 3, and again differentiable on open interval 1 comma 3. So here we can write the value of a is 1 and value of b is 3. If we have to check the validity of Rolle's theorem, then first we know the given function be a polynomial function. It is continuous on closed interval a comma b and differentiable on open interval 1 comma b. So now if the given function f of x at x is equals to a, f of a, and x is equals to b, f of b, f of a and f of b are equal, then there exist all conditions of Rolle's theorem. Since we can say that given function satisfied all the conditions of Rolle's theorem. So if we substitute the value of x at a is equals to 1, then we can find the value of f of a, which is f of 1, and if we replace the value of x, which is 1, we can write 1 square minus 4 into 1 plus 3. Here 1 square is 1 minus 4 plus 3, 1 plus 3 4, 4 minus 4, also we can write 0. So again we have to find the value of b, f of b. When b is equals to 3, we have to find the value of 3, f of 3. If we replace the value of x, which is 3, we can write 3 square minus 4 into 3 plus 3. 3 square, which is 9, minus 4 into 3 12 plus 3, 9 plus 3 12, 12 minus 12, which is 0. So we can write equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3. So we can write from equation from 2 and 3, we can say that f of a is equals to f of b. So that is, we can write f of 1 is equals to f of 3. If the value of f of a and f of b are equal, then we can say that given function f of x, which is x square minus 4x plus 3, satisfy all the condition of Rolle's theorem at x1 y3. Similarly, we can check the validity of remaining 5 sub questions, which is second are as follows. Again here we have to examine, or we have to check the validity of Rolle's theorem. And the given function f of x is equals to e to the power minus x sin x, and x is related to 0 comma 5. So first we take given a function which is f of x is equals to e to the power minus x into sin x. We give equation number 1. Be a polynomial function. Be a polynomial function. And f is continuous on closed interval 0, pi and differentiable on open interval 0, pi. So here we can say that the value of a, which is 0 and b is pi. If we find the value of f of a when a is equals to 0, we can write f of 0, which is e to the power minus 0 into sin 0. We know that the value of sin 0 is 0, e to the power minus 0, which is 1 into 0, which is 0, 1, 2. So again we can write f of b. Here f of b means f pi. So we can write f of pi is equals to e to the power minus pi into sin pi. We know that the value of sin pi, which is 0, and if we multiply it by 0, any term, their value which become 0, which is number 3. So from equation 2 and 3, we can say that f of 0 is equals to, or f of a is equals to f of b, or we can write that is f of 0 is equals to f of pi. Hence we can say that given function and function is f of x is equals to e to the power minus x sin x at 0, pi is satisfy all the condition of Rolle's theorem, which we can say that the given function satisfied all the conditions of Rolle's theorem. And also we can say that the given function is valid for Rolle's theorem. So next example number 3, and the function is 2x square minus x plus 3 and x belongs to 1, 3. So that if we have to check the validity of Rolle's theorem, then first we write given a function f of x is 2x square minus 5x plus 3 is in the polynomial form. Hence we can write be a polynomial function and it continuous at x is equals to is a continuous at close interval 1, 3 and differentiable at open interval 1, 3. Hence we can say that a, b is represented by 1, 3. Hence a is 1 and b is 3. From the above value a and b, we can find the value of f of a when a is equals to 1. If we replace the value of x, which is 1, in equation number 1, we can write 2 into 1 square minus 5 into 1 plus 3. 2 into 1 square, which is 2 into 1, 2 minus 5 into 1, 5 plus 3, 2 plus 5, 3, 2 plus 3, 5, 5 minus 5, which is 0, number 2. Again we have to find f of b when b is equals to 3. So 2 into 3 square minus 5 into 3 plus 3. 3 square, which is 9, 9 into 2, 18, minus 5 into 3, 15 plus 3. So 18 minus 15 is 3 and 3 plus 3, which is 6, number 3. But from 2 and 3, we can say that value of f of a and value of f of b are not equal. Hence we can write f of 1 is not equals to f of 3. Hence we can say that given function is not applicable for Rolle's theorem. Given function is not applicable for Rolle's theorem. So again, in example number 4, we have to check the validity of Rolle's theorem. And given Rolle's theorem, the function which is f of x is equals to sin x minus cos x plus 3. Here, x related to in between 0 and 2 pi. If we have to check the validity of Rolle's theorem, first we can write given a function and the function which is f of x is equals to sin x minus cos x plus 3, which we give equation number 1, be a polynomial function. Polynomial function. Given function be a polynomial function, and we can write, and it is, if the given function are polynomial, then it is clear that it is continuous on closed interval 0, 2 pi and differentiable on open interval 0, 2 pi. By comparing these both, we can write a is equals to 0 and b is equals to 2 pi. So by using the value of a and b, we can find the value of f of a, means when a is 0, f of 0, we can write sin 0 minus cos 0 plus 3. The value of sin 0, 0 minus 1 plus 3, we can write 2, number 2. So again, we have to find f of b, means f of 2 pi. We can write sin 2 pi minus cos 2 pi plus 3. Again, the value of sin 2 pi is 0, cos 2 pi is minus 1 plus 3 minus 1 plus 3, which is 2, number 3. From 2 and 3, we can say that the value of f of a is equals to f of b. That is, we can write f of 0 is equals to f of 2 pi. If the value f of a and f of b are equal, then we can write that hence given function is satisfied all the condition of Rolle's theorem, means valid for Rolle's theorem, hence proved. So the example number 5 is f of x is equals to x square, and again the function is given f of x is equals to 6 minus x, but it is clear that here x belongs to 0, 2 and here x belongs to 0, 6. Sorry, 2, 6. So the limit of x square, when f of x is equals to x square, then 0 to 2 up to 2 from 0, when the function f of x is x square. Again, 2 is continuous function, and when the function f of x is 6 minus x, then its limit is given 2 to 6. So this function, we can say that x square is left hand function and 6 minus x is a right hand function. So it's left hand function and it is a right hand function. If we differentiate both left hand function and right hand function with respect to x, then left hand function left hand f dash of x is equals to 2x, and the right hand f dash of x is equals to 6 minus x, which is minus 1. After substituting the value of x, if left hand function and right hand function derivative are equal, then we can say that the given function satisfied all the conditions of Rolle's theorem, or given function is valid for Rolle's theorem. So now we take function x square. Here f of x, when x square, then the derivative of f of x1, which is f dash of x, is 2x when 0 less than x less than or equals to 2. Again, if we differentiate second function, then f dash of 6, which is 0 minus 1, is equals to minus 1 if 2 less than or x less than or equal to 6. Now we have to verify that validity of Rolle's theorem. So we know that the value of x is exactly equals to 2 because x is continuous at x is equals to 2. If we substitute the value of x at x is equals to 2, which is continuous function, given function is polynomial and it is continuous at x is equals to 2, we can write the left hand side means 0 to 2, left f dash of x is equals to 2 into 2. So we can write 2 into 2 is 4, equation number 4. Again, if we substitute the value of x, which is in r f dash of x minus 1, the value of x which is not replaced by 2 because x is not available, hence r f dash of x is minus 1, number 2. So from 1 and 2 we can say that L f dash of x is not equals to r f dash of x. Hence we can write given function is not valid for Rolle's theorem. So again here f of x is equals to x raised to the power 2 by 3 at minus 1 1. Here we have to find the validity of given function f of x raised to the power 2 by 3 at x belongs to minus 1 1. So given function, we can write given function, and the given function f of x is equals to x raised to the power 2 by 3, which is 1, is polynomial function. Polynomial function. It is continuous on closed interval minus 1 to 1 and differentiable on open interval minus 1 comma 1. So here a is minus 1 and b is 1. If we substitute the value of a, which is minus 1, we can write a raised to the power means minus 1 raised to the power 2 by 3. We can write that cube root of minus 1 square, which is plus 1, and the cube root of minus 1 is, by the another method, if we differentiate with respect to x, then derivative of f by f dash of x is equals to derivative of x raised to the power 2 by 3. After calculating, we get 2 upon 3 into cube root of x. If we substitute the value of in between minus 1 and 1, which is 0, then their value will become infinity, because when the denominator becomes 0, then their value is infinity. So for x is equals to 0, we can say that therefore for x is equals to 0 does not exist, and 0 belongs to minus 1 1. So f is not differentiable on minus 1 comma 1. We can say that hence condition of Rolle's theorem are not satisfied, or we can say that, or we can write given function is not valid for Rolle's theorem. So the next example, question number 2, given an interval a comma b that satisfied hypothesis of Rolle's theorem. It means that it satisfied all the condition of Rolle's theorem, and for the function f of x is equals to x raised to the power 4 plus x square minus 2. And it is clear that given the value of a is minus 1, here we have to find the value of b. So by the condition we can say that here we have to find value of b is what? Then a comma b is equals to, when value of a is 1 minus 1, then value of b is what? So first we take given a function f of x is equals to x raised to the power 4 plus x square minus 2, which is 1, satisfy hypothesis of Rolle's theorem. It means that here f of a is equals to f of b. We can write the value of f of a, which is given that a is equals to minus 1. We can write f of minus 1 is equals to f of b, and again we have to find the value of b. So if we replace by x by minus 1, we can write minus 1 raised to the power 4 plus minus 1 square minus 2 is equals to, if we replace by x by b raised to the power 4 plus b square minus 2. So minus 1 raised to the power 4, which is 1, again 1 minus 2 is equals to b raised to the power 4. We can take this minus 2, b raised to the power 4 minus 1 plus b square minus 1. Again here 1 plus 1 2, 2 minus 2 is equals to b raised to the power b square of square. We can write b square minus 1 into again b square minus 1 plus b square minus 1. If we take b square minus 1 common from both terms, we can get 2 minus 2 0 is equals to b square minus 1 into b square minus 1 and plus b square minus 1. So we can write b square 2b square minus 2. If we take 2 common from this both term, we can write 2 into b square minus 1 into b square minus 1 is equals to 0. If we shift this 2 into b square minus 1 left side, then we can write b square minus 1 is equals to 0. Hence the value of b, which is 1. So we can calculate the required value of b when a is equals to minus 1 is b is equals to 1. So the first example in question number 3 is verify Rolle's theorem for the following functions. F of x is equals to sin x plus cos x plus 7. X is related to 0, 2 pi. So here we have to verify the Rolle's theorem. We verify here the Rolle's theorem on the function f of x is equals to sin x plus cos x plus 7, and x is related to, the value of x is related to 0, 2 pi. So first we check the given function, or the given function is satisfied all the conditions of Rolle's theorem or not. If the given function is satisfied all the conditions of Rolle's theorem, after that we can verify Rolle's theorem. So first we write given a function, and the given function f of x is equals to sin x plus cos x plus 7, which we give equation number 1, be a polynomial function, and it is continuous on closed interval 0, 2 pi and differentiable on open interval 0, 2 pi. From the above condition, we can say that a comma b is represented by 0, 2 pi, such that we can say here the value of a is 0 and value of b is 2 pi. From the above condition, we can find f of a and f of b. So the value of f of a means f of 0 is equals to sine 0 plus cos 0 plus 7. The value of sine 0 is 0 plus 1 plus 7, which is 8, number 2. So again we have to find f of b, and b is 2 pi. So f of b is equals to f of 2 pi is equals to sine 2 pi plus cos 2 pi plus 7. Again the value of sine 2 pi is 0, cos 2 pi is 1 plus 7, which is 8, number 3. From 2 and 3, if we discuss 2 and 3, we can say that from 2 and 3, we can say that f of a is equals to f of b. That is, we can write f of 0 is equals to f of 2 pi. If f of a equals to f of b, then we can say that hence function f of x is satisfy all the condition of Rolle's theorem at any point x is equals to c, such that f dash of c is equals to 0, which we give equation number 4. So now we have to find f dash of x. At x is equals to c, we get f dash of c. So now we take function f of x is equals to sin x plus cos x plus 7, or equation 1 become sin x plus cos x plus 7. If we differentiate given function with respect to x, we get the derivative of f of x is f dash of x, derivative of sin x which is cos x, and derivative of cos x which is minus sin x, and derivative of 7 is 0. So we can write at x is equals to c, f dash of c is equals to cos c minus sin c. If we put this value of f dash of c in equation 4, then equation 4 become, we can write cos c minus sin c is equals to 0, or we can write sin c is equals to cos c. If the value of equal angle in sine and cosines are equal, then we can say that value of sin pi by 4 and value of cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. Hence, the first value we can take it pi by 4. Similarly, again, value of 5 pi by 4, sin pi by 4 and cos pi by 4 are equal. So, we can say that, but sin pi by 4 is equals to cos pi by 4. Again, sin 5 pi by 4 upon is equals to cos 5 pi by 4. Hence, we can take the value of c is equals to pi by 4 and 5 pi by 4. Up to and so on, infinite value we get in the here, but these two values, pi by 4 and 5 pi by 4, is belongs to 0 comma 2 pi. Hence we can say that here c is the value of c, any value of c which is belongs to 0 comma 2 pi, then we can say that Rodi's theorem is verified. Rodi's theorem is verified. So again the example number 2 in question number 3 is f of x is equals to sin x by 2 and x belongs to 0 comma 2 pi. Here we have to again verify Rayleigh's theorem. If the given function is satisfied all the conditions of Rayleigh's theorem, then at x is equal to c we can verify the value of c which belongs to 0 comma 2 by using f dash of c is equals to 0. So first here we can take given function f of x is equals to sin of x by 2, which is equation number 1, be a polynomial function or trigonometric functions and continuous on closed interval 0 comma 2 pi, and again differentiable on open interval 0 comma 2 pi, such that we can say a comma b, here the value of a is 0 and the value of b is also 2 pi. So by using the value of a and b we can find f of a which is f of 0 and the value of f of a is sin of a by 2 means 0 by 2 sin 0 and the value of sin 0 is 0. So again we can find the value of f of b when b is equals to 2 pi, which is sin of 2 pi upon 2, 2 to get cancelled, sin pi, and again a value of sin pi is 0. Now, which is equation number 2, which is equation number 3, from 2 and 3, we can say that right hand side of f of a and right hand side of f of b both are 0. F of a is equals to f of b is equals to 0. That is, we can write f of 0 is equals to f of 2 pi. So here we can say again, if the value of f of a and f of b are equal, then we can say that given function f of x is equals to sin of x by 2, which is satisfy all the condition of Rayleigh's theorem. At x is equals to c, such that f dash of c is equals to 0, it will give equation number 4. So now we have to find the value of f dash of c. If we take given function f of x is equals to sin of x by 2 and we differentiate it with respect to x, then we can write f of x means derivative of f of x is f dash of x, and we take a derivative of sin of x by 2, which is derivative of sin which is cos, means we can write a derivative of sin of x by 2 which is cos x by 2, and we take again a derivative of x by 2 by using chain rule. So here derivative of x by 2 which is 1 by 2, we can write 1 by 2 into cos of x by 2, which is the value of x by f dash of x, and we can write at x is equals to c, the value of f dash of c is equals to 1 by 2 cos of c by 2. So if we substitute this value of f dash of c in equation 4, then we can write equation 4 become, which is f dash of c means 1 by 2 cos of c by 2 is equals to 0. If we shift this 1 by 2 right side, we can write again cos of c by 2 is equals to 0. But we know that cos of c by 2 cosine angle which is 0 when the value of cos pi by 2, value of cos 3 pi by 2, value of cos 5 pi by 2 up to and so on. Hence we can write value of c by 2 is equals to pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2 up to and so on. If we multiply it to all the side, we can write that is c is equals to pi, 3 pi, 5 pi up to and so on. Here pi is related to 0, 2 pi. So here we can write c belongs to a comma b because pi belongs to 0, 2 pi. The value of pi is belongs to 0, 2 pi, such that if any value of c is related to 0, 2 pi, then we can say that hence Rolle's theorem is verified.